Hey guys, Midway Piper here. Hope all is going well. A couple quick things to talk about today. But first, housekeeping. Got my Hardcastle Argyle. And in it, I have a new blend I just got in the mail today. And I got this, I was watching a video from Matchbox, I believe. And was singing the praises of this blend, so I figured I'd give it a shot. And that is GLP's Key Largo. You guys know Smoking Pipes just had a sale on GLP's blends. I haven't been disappointed by any of the ones I've had so far, and it still holds true. Distinguished broken flake of red Virginia small leaf orientals and a measure of Cypress latakia spiced with a velvety cigar wrapper. Beautifully balanced, richly textured layers of cocoa, dark roasted coffee, leather, and a lively, lingering finish. Leather is always a good descriptor term. That's always going to pique my interest. It's got a nice incensey kind of smell to it. Yeah, this is a good blend. I do like it. It's not one you hear too much about. With a name like Key Largo, I expected something initially a little more, I don't know, fruity, but it's nowhere near fruity, that's for sure. I also got some GLP Samara. Red Virginia, Latakia, Orientals with added lemon, Virginia, and a touch of Perique. Had great reviews as well, so it's been in my cart for a long time, or my wish list. So since it was on sale, I went ahead and bought it. And the catalyst for actually ordering anything at all, you guys have probably seen a lot about this lately, but Brothers in Arms, Perienson, done with Cornell and Deal. So this is a decadent, rich flavored blend of dark fire Kentucky Perique, Turkish Burley, and red Virginias, with notes of rich cocoa and smoky spice. Sounded good. Unfortunately, I'm not in a dark fired kind of mood today, so this one didn't get opened yet. Those are some blends to look forward to. I really do like the incensey-ness of this Key Largo. It's fantastic. It actually reminds me a lot of a blend sent to me by Painting Piper. It was one of his custom blends. And the first thing that hit me with that, and I'm not 100% sure if it's a type of Latakia or if it's the type of Oriental that's giving this very incensey kind of flavor, so, and smell. So if you're privy to that information, let me know. Now, got a lot of books and stuff to go over later. It's not happening today, though. Just wanted to take a minute for a quick discussion about, well, you all probably know. I don't think I need to say the whole Charlie Kirk thing yesterday. It will come as no surprise, most likely, to most of you. That I've been a pretty big fan of Charlie Kirk. Now, I'm not going to say that I agree with every stance that he had. In fact, I would hesitate to say that anybody who says they agree with everything he talked about, I would challenge that some. The reason I want to talk about it today is because he was doing some very important work. And maybe it's something that made him a target. I'm not gonna play the speculation game. Depending when you watch this, as of now, there has not been a release of a name or identity for the shooter yet. That'll probably have changed by the time this gets around to, you guys get around to watching this. What I admired most about him is how well researched he was. Probably still going to use present tense. And passionate. Did a video about passion for your work not long ago. But what impressed me so much about him is his ability to have an open conversation. Obviously, he came into any debate to try to win, to prove the other person incorrect. But it wasn't necessarily done in a spiteful way. It was more done in a way to enlarge in someone's scope or view. Get people to think outside of the box some. So many people on both sides of the aisle. Both sides. Love to mimic, repeat, copy, blindly recite the viewpoints of their favorite influencers. And I'll call them influencers. I think you know what I mean, though. Stuff is really good. Anyways. Because of the work that he did, I think a lot of people have a better... I hope he got a lot of people thinking about their stances on various things. It wasn't done as a... I mean, I guess some of it was, but the majority of it wasn't done as a, haha, gotcha, I proved you wrong kind of fashion. A lot of it was done as a, pushing harder, pushing into people, getting people to think about their points of view and why they hold them. Most people don't want to do that. And I think that's one of the things that made him a target. You got a lot of media. You got a lot of media that exists almost solely as a gotcha. Alright, sorry, I'm back. My son just got home from school. Wanted to check in with him. First thing he walks into the house, he always calls for me to check in. And just told me I should start raking the front lawn. It's very leafy. It's only the second week of September, but yeah, it's leafy. It's a beautiful light back there. But the point is that getting people to think outside of the talking points of their favorite influencers is crucial. You know, the mass media, you know, they like to just, a lot of these talking heads, you know, YouTube is full of it. These even these non-mainstream political news channels, just a lot of making fun of people, a lot of gotcha nonsense. Doesn't do anything, you know. And this is probably gonna upset some of you, but going around calling people libtards doesn't help anything. Doesn't help anything. So what I find most interesting about this situation is that's not what Charlie Kirk was about. He was about getting people to think. And I think that's what maybe made him a target. It's easy to stoke division. Going around calling people libtards. All the various conservative names that liberals call conservatives, all that stupid nonsense. You don't have to agree with somebody to get along. There's a difference between getting along and being an asshole. You can disagree with somebody and still get along. There may be subjects that you don't discuss with that person. But I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a strong movement of getting people to stop talking. Stop discussing things. And that's what's making this country so dangerous. One of the things. Obviously, crime and people doing stupid things. But to me, that's the legacy that Charlie Kirk leaves behind for the masses. And a lot of people are saying this is a wake-up call and it's going to start a war in the country. That's not what he wanted. That is not what he wanted. If you want to honor his memory, start thinking for yourself. That's what you can do. Not figure out how you can get revenge on. And the other thing too, not for nothing, but everyone's already jumped to the conclusion that it was, some deranged liberal, and I'm not saying that's not the case. What I am saying is that we don't know. We don't know who it was yet. We don't know what their reasoning for it was. So chill out. Stop trying to drum up war. But yeah, it was definitely a brutal assassination. It was nothing short of that. I saw the full video footage last night. Saw the bullet hit him. Nothing but an assassination. But the freedom of speech, the ability to say, this was an attack against that more than anything else. This was an attack against freedom of speech. Which leads me to my final point. Nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. But I'm seeing some stuff. I'm seeing some stuff on YouTube, on the YTPC, that I don't like. There's just a lot of bickering and war going on. I think most of you know what I'm talking about. And it needs to stop. Some people are just assholes. Some people can't deal with others speaking their minds, and will always try to cause problems. Some people just can't leave well enough alone. You don't have to agree with somebody, but they're allowed their viewpoint. They're allowed to say what they think. And if you don't like it, there's this thing called the unsubscribe button. You go. Alright, I gotta run inside real quick. Case Bing. Just enough is enough. You're allowed to have a different point of view. That's it. Alright. Talk to you later.